ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, another Wednesday night for ERL
Leave the lobby, Mike.
Enterprise Racing League.
Leave the race lobby.
I'm still in the lobby?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. Hold on 1 second, folks. There we go. There. All right. So once again, folks. See, we always get this. The first start of this is always the hardest. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to Enterprise Racing League. Here we are on a Wednesday night once again. Playoffs are looming. These guys pointed tight. Tonight we're headed for Richmond. So Goose, what are the stats for tonight, buddy?
What was your question?
What was the stats for tonight?
Stats. I have no idea. Can you take it? I'm trying to make sure we get in on time.
Okay. Well, folks, on that note, that's going to be a little bit. I'm not quite sure.
What?
I believe we're looking at 10 seconds the first stage. There shouldn't have to be 8 pit stops. The second stage you'll have to make 1. The third stage you have to make 2. This is a 50% race, 3 times wear. Tonight we just did a quick practice. These guys, they've gone ahead.
Go ahead and join, Mike.
Which I'm jumping in right now. We're working on, which you actually have. I'm actually in here. Okay, there we go. You in, Goose?
I'm zoning in right now, sir.
So am I. I'm right behind you. But Goose, so how you doing, buddy? Goose, once again, he's actually been pulling a lot of the double duty kind of deal for me. Well, I've been trying to get some things worked out. Thank you, Goose, for that. I appreciate that so much.
Not a problem. We sure do appreciate you being able to be here tonight.
Things are getting better. Yep, I'm still waiting on the wood loading in now, folks. As I said, tonight, now we got 2 races left. We got tonight, and then we got Texas next week. And then we head into the playoffs. Points are tight, but here we go, folks. So I'm in now. Right now, it looks like the 16 car of Aussie. He's had a great car tonight, Goose.
Yep, he was on the pole, and he's still up front. So tonight's lineup, we got Aussie in the 16 car out front.
And then behind,
Mikey, looked like Mikey Dan had a problem already. He's all the way in the rear.
Yeah, we're qualifying, aren't we, Goose?
Oh, we are qualifying. Okay.
There we go, folks.
That's why. For some reason, I thought we were racing, man. I was ready to go. We got C's in the 47 car. Mr. Excitement in the 9 car. He's got that Hooters scheme tonight.
Yep.
Super Dave in the 24 car. He's got that Liberty scheme tonight. DA Outside Tickler in the number 2 car. He's got that Patriot scheme going, rocking it. Back to Ozzy.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Yep. And Ozzy, he's had a strong car from what we've seen in practice with this and that. Throughout the short practice we run. But what I've been looking at too is this track here. This track is very difficult. And just the way it's designed, it's D-shaped. I mean, you're looking at a 1,200-foot front stretch to an 860 back stretch. It's really short on that back stretch, and then you've got, it's just the radius of the corners are so different from each, and it's you got to be like almost on your marks every time you go around this track.
Yep, and you got to be able to adjust because no 2 laps are going to be exactly the same. I tell you that right now. You're not going to go in exactly the same each time. So each time you get back on the gas, it'll be a little different.
And the banking here, we're looking at 14 degrees. 8 degrees at the start. I mean, even the front stretch is banked at 8 degrees. So that actually kind of adds that change of when you come off turn 3 and 4. Where you've got to make that. It's almost like a long sweeping corner. You can't really tell turns 3 and 4, but you're actually running through turns 3 and 4 going into the front stretch, believe it or not, the way it looks.
So with this open qualifying format we got, thanks for that, Mike. We got 8 laps. You've got 8 laps. You can do anything you want except wreck somebody. You can pit as many times as you want. You can do whatever you want to your car. and it looks like
Oh, we got a big problem. The
C's.
47 just collected
Yeah,
a couple people there.
I think it's over though. I think
Qualifying's over.
qualifying's
Yep.
over.
See, that's very confusing, folks. We run into that a lot where we're tuned into watching the race, this and that, and broadcast it, and then next thing you know, you come to the end of the stage and the cars go all haywire. You're like, what's going on? But yeah, Goose. I mean, tonight playoffs are tight, points are tight. We're getting closing down. We're getting headed into the playoffs. You know, it's anything can happen at this point. The way it looks like. I mean, there's some you know, I believe it's third and fourth are only like 4 points apart. You know, we know that Super Dave's got to win. We know that Mikey Dan, he just pulled off his win last week. You know, these guys have all got wins and they're ready to go. But now we're just waiting. And now we got the.
Okay.
Go ahead and boxing out of here. There we go.
We got Ozzy.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Ozzy on the pole. Second is Mikey Dan Man. Third is C's. All of them had a 20.8.
Yeah, I mean, Ozzy.
21-0, Mr.
Like...
Excitement is fourth, and 21.2, Super Dave is fifth. DA is right up there with a 21.2 and sixth.
Yeah. It's Ozzy. He looked Ozzy. Is that how you say it? Is that how we say it?
Ozzy. He prefers Ozzy. The whole last I keep calling him Ozzier.
Yeah. Ozzy, it's almost like to me when I say it, it sounds like an Australian name.
Yeah, it's Ozzy Rules. So
okay. And
let me talk to the guys. Go ahead and take it.
Yeah, folks. We're getting ready to get this thing fired off. You have your starting lineup. As I said, with the playoffs, it's getting closer and closer. You know, there is prize offered at the end of this. Whoever wins the first inaugural season. Right now, it's all about what you can and cannot do. I mean, with your race car. I mean, it all comes to you. I mean, yeah, setups and this and that, but all comes in the end, especially here at Richmond. Because it takes so much for you to go ahead and to be consistent here. And it's never consistent because of the way the corners and this and that are so differentiated from each other. And the invites coming in now. We're getting we should be as soon as my partner Goose comes back in, we'll be jumping in and starting to get this thing rolling. As I said, first stage you shouldn't have to pit. The second stage you probably have to pit once, and the third stage, in the very final stage, you have to pit one. I'm sorry I don't have all the stuff here right now. Give me 1 second. Maybe I can actually pull that up for you real quick while I flip through some notes here. I wasn't quite sure. I thought my partner had it.
Yeah, the first stage will be 39 laps. Second
there
stage
we go. That's my boy.
34 laps or 74 laps, and the final stage will be 79 laps. You don't have to pit in the first stage. The second and third stage, the second and final stage, you'll have to pit at least a minimum of one time. There's no way you can do 70-some laps.
Yeah.
The maximum fuel run is 42 laps.
Yep. There it is. That's what I was looking for, partner. Thank you very much for that update on that aspect, because I didn't have the info right here in front of me. Actually, I was trying to dig it up right now. But yeah. So I mean, we know that the first stage, even in the first stage, you still may have to, because the tires just burn so quickly here at Richmond.
We're good to join.
Will burn so quickly, especially on the rights, because you're putting so much pressure when the car shifts. Well, we're getting ready to join, folks. Here we go.
All right, you got a copy on me, Mike?
I got a copy on you, boo. I'm joining right in right now. Go ahead, take it until I jump in there.
Excellent. Well, I'm still zoning in myself, so.
All right, so we're waiting on the loading screen at this point, folks.
Yeah, we got 3 viewers at this time. We sure do appreciate you guys viewing.
Yes, thank you very much.
Racers. They can get some tips up here.
Yeah.
Restart it.
All right, folks. So we just heard there that we just had there was some difficulty. It looked like one of the cars was having some trouble getting off pit road and couldn't quite get his car fired. So we're gonna go ahead and back out of what we're doing right here and wait for the next invite. So we'll take a couple extra caution laps with that. Just send invites.
Well, I got to figure out how to get out of here.
I think it was the amount of time that we sat in there, honestly.
But there we go, folks. Now, as I said, folks, well, we had a little bit of a hiccup on pit road with one of the cars. They couldn't quite get the car fired up, so we gave them an opportunity to.
So have Ozir. Go ahead, Mike. I'm giving him instructions.
Okay, no. So now we're just gonna wait until these guys get these things fired back up, and we'll get this race underway, folks. I said thank you for the 3 viewers. That Goose kind of put out there. Thank you for you guys. We appreciate you all that have followed. All that have been with us through this short season of as this inaugural season starts getting close to winding down, and seeing who's actually going to be the champion at the end of the season. But on that, folks, I mean, I hope that Thanksgiving just passed. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Christmas is right around the corner. God, some of us are like, oh, already. This year is definitely flown by. So now we're just getting ready, Goose. What's the verdict?
They're going to restart the lobby. Invite everybody back in order.
Heard.
And hopefully we'll get some new invites, and they'll let us know when we can join.
Great. So yeah, folks. So I guess since you listened to my partner ramble on for a little while over the past couple weeks, because of the holidays and stuff like that, I guess you can listen to me ramble on for a minute. But yeah, next week, just an update about next week. We're at Texas. That is another, very much, it seems like it's just another mile and a half. It is not. It takes definitely some finesse to get around it. There's a lot of tire wear there as well. You got to worry about. You say we can join?
No, sir.
Okay.
All right. So we didn't get a copy on that yet. We're still waiting. They're still running pace laps, getting everybody organized up. A copy on that. Yeah. So I mean, other than that, I mean, right now we're in a hold-in pattern, trying to get these guys lined up and refired and get where they need to be. Tonight it could be anybody's game tonight. It's Richmond. It's the short track. It's 3/4 mile. As I said, it could be anybody's race tonight. All it takes is one little mistake here, and you can lose
join?
a lot of time.
Make sure to send invites to Trek and Mike.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Invites, folks, so we'll get ready to fire these off. Hopefully you guys, everybody stays tuned in. Sorry for the little bit of I just got my invite.
Yeah, Mike, I don't think we've had one time where we haven't had some kind of technical glitch, but we will persevere.
We get through it, buddy. That's it. We always do. I mean, this is our first inaugural season, Goose. We expect to have these hiccups and this and that. But right now we're getting ready.
Mike joined too early.
Mike, you joined too early, bud.
I'm out. There we go. See, I'm always early on everything.
10 seconds, Mike.
Yep.
Hold on. Wait until I give the word.
Yes, sir.
You got it.
3, 2, 1. Stand by.
There we go, folks. I heard the countdown come in. We ready to go, boss?
Go ahead and join, Mike.
All right. My partner Goose, he has the cameras. He'll be running around the field. I'll be following around with him, different camera views, this and that. All right, there it is. There's the watch, what I'm looking for. All right, folks, here we go. Finally, got these guys all crossed over, got them locked up in their positions, and here we go. Loading in now and get ready to fire this off. Goose, you in yet?
I'm loading in, Mike.
All right, here we go, buddy. We're going to get this thing fired off yet.
We got 4 viewers now. We appreciate the viewers. If you give us a little comment, we'll know who you are. Well, it went back down to 3. I shouldn't have said nothing.
No. They said, oh, no, it's Goose again.
All right, they're rolling.
Here we go.
16's in the lead. Mikey Dan's on the outside. Looks like C's going for it. Second place on the inside right away.
Yeah, and look, and Goose here too. I was going to mention too the tires. When you first get your 4 first good years on here and you fill full fuel, you're going to try to get everything you can get out of it. Because once this thing starts rolling any longer, within 20 laps or maybe even 15, it could even be sooner, you start really getting squirrely. It looks like C's he's going to take over that spot. Mikey Dan, he's we saw him practice. He looks like he's already going down pit road.
Oh Lord.
Well, oh wow, he's definitely got some. He may have some issues there, folks. That was definitely a real quick, Who knows? That's a weird, different strategy I haven't ever seen. Then you got Mr. Excitement looking. Oh, looks like the 47. He touched that wall. Looks like you got Mr. Excitement in that third spot. Looks like right now Ossie's got himself some separation from that second spot.
Oh, we got Marty Laws in the lobby here. He said he's sick with COVID, but he's watching. We certainly do appreciate that. Maybe we can make you feel a little better here.
Yeah,
we got Jack Crow. The Honda Man is here watching, hoping DA can get a win tonight. All right, so DA's got 2 fans already in.
Nice. DA, he's been working hard all season, Goose. I mean, I got to give the man a shout out. He's never surrendered, never given up. He's worked hard. Well, right now he's looking like he's got himself in the 4th spot. But right now, Aussie, he's in the 1st spot. You got C's in 2nd. You got Mr. Excitement looking at 3rd. 4th, we're going to try to flip around through there if we can get into the 4th spot. Looks like DA's in the 4th spot, 3rd spot, 4th spot.
Mr. Excitement, I think Mr. Excitement's in 4th. C's in
okay.
3rd. Or no.
There we go.
Nope. Mr. Excitement is in 3rd.
Yeah. Then you got DA in 4th, and you got Super Dave in 5th. Now, these guys, they know it's a short track. They've got themselves some space. You look like they're going to try to take it one lap at a time, one position at a time. But you got to be careful too, because of this is so short of a track that you can lose a lot of time here. And then obviously Mikey Dan.
Mike, you go ahead and take it. I've got my car looking forward from C's.
Yep. All right, I got you, buddy.
And I got to set up to get some information. I got to get some of these streams set up.
All right, no, you go right ahead, buddy. You let it rip. I'll run it from here. Right now, you got Odyssey in the 1st spot. You got C's in 2nd. Looks like you got Mr. Excitement in 3rd. Looks like Mikey Dan. He went in the pits. He probably went, I would say, possibly 2 laps down, but that could be a pit strategy kind of call, getting the setup in. He was working on that. You got Super Dave finally taking over that 4th spot from GA. GA's going to follow in behind him. Right now, these guys are pretty well spread out, and they're just running some laps. This is not, folks, an easy track to get around, especially with that sweeping corner going in there. But right now, I'm just following Aussie. Right now, C's looks like he's starting to maybe try to close down a little bit, starting to make some headway onto that on that 1st place car, going and getting some good runs coming into these corners. You got Mikey Danny, he's still trying to stay on that state, not trying to go back and lap down. Looks like he's going to stay ahead of those guys for now. Then we're just falling back to the field, folks. I mean, this is a smaller field than what we usually have. You got Super Dave, you got DA. He's right on he's just following him through. He's just running with him. But Super Dave is a great person to run with and a great person to learn lines from. So it looks like we got to fight for this spot. Looks like DA, he's going to be able to get underneath Super Dave and get around him for that position. Now flip into the cameras as Goose has got his camera on the nose of the 47 car of C's. Right now, Aussie, it seems like he's got the strong car right now. He looks like he may have Richmond figured out. He's been running some great lines, making some great time.
I'm back, Mike, but I'm still setting up.
No, that's fine, buddy. I'm just right now. These guys got themselves spread out a little bit. Super Dave and GA, they've been trading positions here off back and forth to that 4th and 5th spot. Aussie, it looks like he's got this thing dialed in, buddy.
I would say that Mikey Dan is probably a lap down.
Yeah, I think he's a couple lap downs probably by now. I think from what I'm seeing from pitting, yeah.
I think he went in to get his setup squared away. I'm hoping I didn't see anybody get hit there, but
no, he deliberately dropped down the bottom of the apron and went in on his own accord. There was no, like that. But C's right now I'm watching the 16 and the 47. Looks like C's is starting. Looks like that car might be starting to come in for him because he's starting to close down on the back bumper on that 16.
So remember, Mike, there's 39 laps in this first stage, and there is not a pit stop required. So
But
Mikey Dan is
tire
hoping
wear.
for a caution right now.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But
So-
he knows that, he also knows that too, that this, being this, whoa, he got some, looks like Super Dave got real loose there. It looks like he's lost some time. I'm in the backside of the field, buddy, with DA in the number 2 car. Looks like DA's going to skate away from that. Looks like Super Dave may have gotten a little bit loose coming off that corner. But right now, we're flipping through.
I'm
Steve
on.
looks like he's.
I'm on Super Dave right now. He's behind DA there.
Yeah. Looks like C's though, the 47 car of C's looks like he's starting to make some headway onto that 16 car, starting to run him down a little bit. Little inch by inch, corner by corner, he's starting to close down. Looks like the 16 car might have get a little squirrely there. Definitely allowed the 47 to close right up onto him. But maybe now they were about good second and a half from each other. Now it looks like maybe now they're about a second, maybe a little bit less.
It looks like we have Garrett Wood from Outlaw Racing tuning in tonight. We appreciate you, Garrett. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for jumping in on us.
We have
Now,
6 viewers right now. Excellent.
Wow,
thank you,
you.
guys. We really appreciate you dropping in. If you can make a comment, then we'll know who you are if you want to be known.
Yeah, I'll give you a shout out. Thank you guys for enjoying, jumping in with us. I said this is a little bit smaller. As I said, this is a little bit smaller field than we usually have.
Well, we're coming up to the playoffs, and
Yeah.
there's some folks that quit a little early because of personal stuff, and there's some folks that maybe didn't think they could compete. We're missing Gamer, who is in the points lead tonight, so he's going to take a huge hit on points. But he does have 2 wins on the season, and I don't believe he's ever missed a race. So he's locked into the playoffs.
Right. So. Right now, from what it looks like, Goose, from what I'm seeing, after this race, the only person that has to make the next race would be C's at this point with the requirements to be attendance. But everybody else looks like at least the top 8 are locked in. It seems to be.
6 or 7.
Okay, 6 or 7. Okay, I wasn't quite sure what that was. Oh, it looks like Super Dave and DA, they're going at it in the backside of this field. This is actually a race for position. Right now, they're the race on the track. Looks like C's has kind of settled down from the 16, but right now it looks like the 16 of Aussie, looks like he's the start of the field, buddy. He hasn't gave up that lead since we dropped the green flag.
No. C's is looking really strong, though. His lines, his braking, his car is stable going through. He might be just biding his time. Oh, and of course I talk about him and he scrapes the wall a little bit. But he didn't lose any time, no harm, no foul.
No. Yeah,
and now he's on the apron. That's it. I ain't talking about C's no more. I ain't talking about
No, but it looks like he was looking like he was trying to get some little bit extra grip when he dropped that apron. When he was trying to straighten his car out, he dropped down there just to try to get a little grip on those left sides, just to be able to kind of square that car out. But
I suspect that when he hit the wall, he didn't realize how much speed was dropped off.
Right.
And he
looked
loose now.
Too. Yeah, we knew about this too.
That's it. I'm not.
When we did ours.
I'm on Mr. Excitement here. He's in 3rd place.
You're making him nervous, dude. You didn't even know it.
I ain't messing with him.
We know that as long as these runs go on, we know that for a fact that as long as these runs go on, those cars get really squirrely. If you don't hit, especially turn 3 and 4, because you get that little hill. Yeah. Kind of, you see it when you go into it. When these things start loosening up, this and that, if you don't hit that just right, your car gets all out of control.
All right, a little update on Mikey Dan, man. You can follow his stream on Danny Reasons. You just search Danny Reasons on YouTube. You can follow him just like I am. He's 1 lap down. He he is in front of the leaders, and he went in and made his adjustments, so he's a little bit faster, I think, right now than the leaders.
All right.
But he's on 27 of 39, so the leaders are on 28 of 39.
Excellent. Yeah, it looks like that little wiggle that Aussie had kind of let that 47 starting to catch back up onto that bumper. But these guys get racing, and we know this for a fact that if these guys actually start getting racing, it's going to allow that 9 car of Mr. Excitement to start closing down on these guys.
Because he's closing on. It looks like C's is closing on Ozzy.
Yep.
But I ain't going back to him.
No, but Mr. Excitement, though, was what I was talking about. Is Mr. Excitement's probably a good 2.5, 3 seconds back behind the 47. And what's going to happen is that if these guys actually start really getting racing door to door, it's going to slow
right
down.
Up on him.
And he's going to be, yeah, exactly. He's going to be able to pull up. But it looks like right now, these 3 cars right now, looks like the stout. Looks like they've got themselves separated from the rest of that field. When we knew that DA and Super Dave, they've been battling back and forth for that position.
Yep, it looks like Super Dave is trying to make a move on the inside. Couldn't quite get there. He's just following right now, but he's right on DA, trying to pick up that 4th spot.
4th spot. Yeah, that 4th spot. That'd be a great finish for DA too. He was like he was like today. He was like, I gotta have a good finish. Gotta have a good finish. And all he's got to do is, and I told him, I said, all you gotta do is just drive your car.
I tell you what, that red, white, and blue Miller Lite car looks really sharp. I'm on him right now.
Yep.
And Dave, I mean, he's not pulling away from Dave. Dave just biding his time.
And that's a lot of things too we know about short tracks too, Bruce, is that you have to. It's not always about being up front this net, but it's about more or less the consistency of your driving. It's more or less about your braking and your throttle control, because these cars can change so quickly. Especially here at Richmond, because it is so weird shaped to be in a D oval. All
right, we got about 5 laps to go, so I'm going to stay up here on the leaders. Yep. It looks like C's is running that low line. Oh, and C's makes the pass on the inside. It looked like the 16 Ozier went in a little hot and went high. And now Mr. Excitement is right on Ozier's tail. And he goes high. He might be trying to get a runoff.
This is what I was saying right here. I mean, these guys started, closing down each other. The cars are definitely going away. These tires are going away. Mr. Excitement, he may have a longer run car, but he's closed down on these top 2. Oh, there's a wall touch. There's another wall touch by the 16.
I'm starting to think
Mr. Excitement.
I'm starting to think Ozier ran a slider that's a little too high. He's looking like he's having some trouble. He's going to have to make some adjustments there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's screaming now. Looks like he might be shooting for those adjustments right now.
Yeah, he said, screw it. I'm going in. I can't control this thing.
Yeah. Now, we know
that might mess up Mikey Dan, man. We're going to see how this turns out. Yeah. I don't think it's going to, because Mikey has had so many laps on his setup. I think Ozier is going to come out a lap down and start stage 2 a lap down. So that's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But we also know, too, it depends on, we were only, 5 to go. See, now when we did our practice, remember I pitted, probably like 7 to go. When I pitted, and then you went like 2 laps later than I did, I was able to still pull back up and around, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see how this is all, we'll see this strategy is definitely kind of different. He's in, he's out, he's coming out now. He's on his way.
Now we're going to see where he and Mikey Dan, man. The leaders are coming. The leaders might be done. That's the end of the stage.
That is the end of the stage. Oh, no. That might be.
This is going to be interesting. It looked like, did Mr. Excitement win that stage? Oh, I got distracted and I wasn't on the leaders.
Mr. Excitement did. For what it looks like, Mr. Excitement.
C's second, Mr. Excitement first, DA third, Dave, Super Dave fourth. So a really good finish for DA there. Excellent.
Yeah, he wanted those points. He's like, I need those points. I need those points. I need to get caught up.
So there are 2 cars a lap down, Mikey Danman and Ozier. Mikey Danman is the lucky dog. So Ozier's gonna have to bide his time here and don't go a lap down on this second stage so that he can get that lucky dog for that final
And you
stage.
have to green flag stop on this stage.
Yep. One green flag stop required.
Wow. That was quite the change around there, Goose. That was quite coming to the end of this.
Well, that was an excellent car setup, or not setup because he didn't have his setup in yet.
No.
And you know what? Ozzy might have run out of gas.
Oh. But here we go.
Because
folks.
it's
green,
close.
Green.
You
We're
can
going
go.
to see who's going to come into this. Get that shot to going into turn one. Looks like Ozzy. He's not wasting no time. He's making some. He's hammering on it right away. He got around already. Super Dave. He's already on the outside of Mikey Dan. He's not even messing around right now. He's like, I got to get back up to that front and get that lead, that lap back. He's going to try to do it the hard way, Goose.
Yeah.
But right now, you got Mr. Excitement. You got C's. You got Mikey Dan sitting in that third spot. Then you got Super Dave behind him. Oh, no, yeah. No, actually, yeah, you got Super Dave behind him. Then you got, no, Mikey Dan is back on the lead lap, correct, buddy?
Yes.
Oh,
Mikey
okay,
Danman is in third
apologize,
place. Ozzy is a lap down in
right.
seventh,
Actually, Mikey Dan's in fourth place because you got
6th or 7th.
You got Mr. Excitement, you got C's, you got DA, then you got Mikey Dan, then you got Super Dave, and then you got bringing up the last for the lap. Only car that's lap down is the 16 of Aussie, but he's looking to make that up right now. He's not messing around. He's had a fast car all night. He knows he's got a fast car, so he looks like he wasn't really worried about being a lap down.
Let me tell you what, DA is running a good race right now. He left room for Ozzy to go low, but kept it on the high side, and Ozzy couldn't get around him.
Nope. No,
DA might have a strong car here.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. He's been working on this car for most past couple of days on trying to get this thing squared away for this race specifically, knowing that he was getting getting close to playoffs, this and that. Every point matters at this point. But right now, these guys are a lot closer now that they got their setups, and you got Mr. Excitement, you got the 47 and C's, you got the DA, then you got Super Dave. Then you got Mikey D, and then Super Dave.
Oh, DA gets loose or something, or hit the wall or something.
Yeah, it looks like he
gets
scraped
past
that.
him, and
Mikey Dan, he takes over that third spot away from
Yep.
DA. And then you got looks like Super Dave. Looks like he's just putting around on the backside.
Yeah.
He's got.
Well, he knows
very
it's
technical,
74 laps. You have to pit one time. So, barring a caution, this is going to be a long run race.
Right. Correct. And these guys, as the way they run, we don't get very many cautions, so you don't get very many opportunities to work on your setups.
And let me bring something else up. C's doesn't have a win this season.
No.
So he's still looking for that first win. He's been close a few times. I believe Mr. Excitement doesn't have a win.
No, those two right now, our top two drivers right now do not have wins. Right, that Mikey Dan just pulled off his win last week. DA, he doesn't have one yet, and then Super Dave, he's got a win. He got picked up a win a couple weeks ago. No, those.
Right now, C's is itching to get around Mr. Excitement. He is right on his bumper.
Because he knows that if he knows he's on an attendance kind of issue, and he's got to make one more race, which obviously would and everybody at that point would get.
And there goes C's down underneath. Can he get him?
Ooh,
Mr. Excitement on the high side coming into this turn. C's is strong going into that turn, and Mr. Excitement just stayed high and let him go.
He's got it clear. It looks like Mr. Excitement may have kind of collected that wall a little bit coming off that corner.
No, he looked clean. It looked like he just kind of let up a little bit.
This might have been
let him go by.
Well, at that point during this, part of the race, being this stage being so long, it's almost like I would just say, let him go. If he's faster, let him go.
But now, can he pull away?
That's
not if you hit that apron there, buddy. That's going to slow you down.
Yeah, we've seen
I'm
that
not
before.
Supposed to be on him. Hold on. Let me get on Mr. Excitement. Let me get on Mr. Excitement. Yeah, I don't want to jinx C's now.
Looks like Mr. Excitement. He's collected himself there. Looks like now
he's right on his tail.
Yeah. giving him some pressure, making him nervous. You know, that sometimes that's all it takes too, Goose.
Oh, yeah.
You're being right there, just being in their face. Just being there. Maybe not on them or this and that, but just being there. You know, they know that car is there. And
Both of them are running a line
error.
that's just a little bit high right now. And we are on lap 14 of 74, so we still got 60 laps to go.
Oh, wow. This is a long stage.
Yes, it is.
Looks like Mr. Excitement, he's trying to peek that Hooters car on that inside of that 47 and just couldn't. He had to readjust that line. It's like, you know, pushed up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So,
right now,
sees into the wall. Mr. Excitement.
Ooh.
Mr. Excitement didn't take advantage of it though, and he kind of let
Well,
off
check
and let
this
see.
out. Here comes your
Mikey
third place
Danman
car.
takes advantage though, and he comes into the inside of Mr. Excitement, trying to take that second spot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was just noticing that, looking back and watching back. Here goes Mikey. He's dug himself out of his hole. That he got himself into the first spot, whether planned or not, it doesn't matter. He still dug himself out. He's looking to try to take over that second spot. And then you got back further in the field, and you look at Super Dave and DA. They're going battling back and forth for that position.
So Super Dave looked like he just got around DA for that fourth spot.
He just probably got through. DA's right there with him though. He's not letting him get away.
This is where DA just needs to be patient. There's a lot of racing left on this stage.
Oh, a lot of racing left in total general. Right now, folks, we have C sitting in that first spot. He's hunting for his first win. Mikey Dan, he come off his win from last week. Then he got Mr. Excitement. He's looking for his first win. Two out of the three of these drivers now have not had a win yet this season. They've been thirsty for it, and it looks like they're trying to get it tonight.
Ozzy is still a lap down, and he's just rolling with these guys, really biding his time. He looks loose already, though. Lord have mercy, he's going to have a tough time handling that car.
Yeah,
so, Mike, if they split this stage in half, they'll pit on lap 37, I believe. Correct. That is correct. Looks like, the 47 of seasons, like he may have scrubbed that wall. Yes. I mean, to make this work, you would have to almost. You really can't go past halfway, because then you're losing way too much time. You're going to have to split this stage right equally, almost in half, to make this work the way you want it to be able to have these tires last. Because I said, it's not the fuel necessarily you're running short on, it's this grip on these tires. But right now you got the 47. He's still leading this race after he got around Mr. Excitement. Then Mikey Dan, he came in after that. After those guys had a little bit of a hiccup there, he came around to go over that second spot, and Mr. Excitement dropped down to the third spot. And Aussie, he's a lap down, but he's running in that fourth position that we see right now. But he's just biding his time because he knows that once this stage is over, if this all works out, once this stage is over, he's going to get on the lead lap, back on the lead lap anyways, from getting his lap back. And Super Dave looks like he's finally got himself separated from DA, which he's had a great run. He's been up in the top half of this field tonight too. Yeah, Super Dave is a very methodical driver. He'll chill out until it's time to go.
He's a very technical driver.
Yeah,
is what it is. I mean, a lot of these guys. I mean, even Mikey Dan, he's a very technical driver too, as well. From seeing, he took that risk when it looks like here he comes now, buddy. He looks like he's starting to close down on that 47. Looks like he's trying to peek in on that inside. Still couldn't quite get there going into 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Still couldn't get there. Now they're going into the sweep of the corner. They got to slow down here a little bit because these tires are starting to get warm. There's the move. He's got that low line tuned in. Looks like he's going to be able to. He's going to clear him. He clears him going into turn 1 and 2. Sees at that point he's going to just have to give him that and let him run it because at this point you're sitting in your position now. There's not much you could do. So if he's his car, he looks like he made those adjustments he made earlier in stage 1, looks like may have paid off for him, buddy.
Yes, sir. They're on lap. They're getting ready to start lap 36 right now. They're on lap 36.
So yeah, these guys are screaming for tires right about now, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Probably, like I said, Mikey Dan. He would be the second driver if he were to do a back-to-back. He'd be the second driver in the series to do a back-to-back race win. Because Game Nerd did it. He would be the second driver to do it in the league.
we go.
And then with these class of drivers that we have here, even though it's a small field, these class of drivers are not easy to, it's not an easy task to do to be able to pull a back-to-back here.
I tell you what, 25 laps in, there's not a big gap between first and fourth.
No, there's not. You're looking at probably like
three,
a
4.
3 second.
You got Azir in there too, so the top 5 cars are pretty well matched. I think Mikey's going to start driving away right now, though.
Yeah, he's going to start. Yeah, I think Ozzy. He's definitely got. He's got a fast car. He may have gone a tick too loose onto that setup. You know, he's just got to get a different. You know, adjust to where he's at, and he's got a fast car.
Wait a minute. Ozir's in third place somehow.
He got his lap back.
He didn't pit. He must not have pitted.
All right, folks. Well, we'll definitely get a clarification on that, folks, because if that's the case, that would be kind of
I just looked at Danny Reason's feed there, and he's got Ozir in third place. So he is not a lap down. Correction. Very sorry about that to Ozzy.
Yeah, definitely.
Not Ozzy, Ozzy.
Yeah,
I'll get it right next year.
You'll get it right. Well, I think that, as I said, it's Australian. To me, it's Australian. Aussie.
Yeah, he told me he's actually from Australia. He's been here for decades, I guess, but that's where he's from, and that's where the name comes from.
All right, so there we go. Nice.
All right, so we've actually got Mikey Dan in first place, C's in second place, and Mikey Dan is driving away a little bit from C's.
Yeah.
We've got Ozzy Rules in third place, but Mr. Excitement is right behind him.
Door.
Yep,
I was just noticing that too. Mr. Excitement is knocking on his door now. But you think about it, I mean,
Mr. Excitement went wide there.
He worked, he had to he pitted and this and that, and But now, I mean, that's pretty incredible. Wasn't sure he got his lap back. I didn't think he did. Very good. Great job on that one.
Well, that would mean that his tires are a little bit older. One or two laps, I guess.
Yeah, and these guys should be starting to close in on their fuel windows. So we'll see who's going to pull the trigger first coming into this, 4 tires, 2 tires. Obviously, you're not going to take the full thing of fuel because you're not going to need a full thing. Oh, the 47, he is real. These guys are right up tight against that wall right now.
No, you're going to need a full 2 cans of fuel because you're going to have at least 37 laps. If they run it all the way to 42, they might be able to squeak out 1.5, but they'll lose so much time.
Right.
And these cars are too close together to run a full 42 laps.
Yeah, it looks like Mikey Dan, he's definitely starting to
Super Dave is caught up to Mr. Excitement. Oh, Azir into the wall coming off of turn. I don't know what turn that was, but he was hard into the wall. Mr. Excitement right up on his tail now.
He checked up on that too. Now let's do. Well, these two are starting to race around. Now he looks at what's coming out. You got Super Dave starting to close down on these guys.
Yeah.
It's that methodical thinking that we were talking about. Run my lines, this and that. These guys are going to start to race, especially Aussie and Mr. Excitement. Oh, here comes Super Dave. He's going to hit the road. He's going to hit pit road early. He's coming in right now, buddy.
No, it's lap 37 right now. As a matter of fact, Mikey Dan just started lap 38. So I think that might be a little mistake. We'll see. Who's on pit road?
Maybe not, but
here comes C's on the pit road.
All right, so here comes C's. Here goes Mr. Excitement. They're all coming down. They're all trying to navigate that tight pit road. I mean, this pit road is coming in is tight, but as soon as you get in pit road, you got some width. I think it's 60 feet from wall to wall. It says, and you get a little bit of room to move around, but it's just the entrance to pit road is so tight. And so you got to be so cautious of that.
And Mikey Dan stays out for a 40th lap.
Yeah,
we're going to see if that pans out for him.
Yeah, everybody else is on pit road, buddy. Take it over from here. I got to step away for 1 sec.
Yes, sir. We got DA still out on the track. And Mikey Dan is going for a 41st lap. Wow. And Caesar's coming off pit road. And Mikey Dan's coming in for his required pit stop. Making his adjustments. It'll be interesting to see where Mikey comes out with pitting 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 laps later. He's going to lose so much time. But he's going to have fresher tires. Oh, and he did not have a good pit stop either. I think Mikey Dan may have come out in front of him.
So what I missed goes miles away.
I'm trying to figure out if Mikey Dan came out in front of C's, and it looks like he has. If he's come out in front of C's after going 4 or 5 laps farther, let me see, 3, 7, 3, 4 laps farther, and his tires are going to be 4 laps fresher. And if he's on the lead lap, and he is, so yeah, Mikey's got a 2.8 second advantage on second place C's. Ozzy are in 3rd. Super Dave has moved up to 4th. Mr. Excitement in 5th. Wow. That's surprising.
Total change, huh? Total change. Just from the pit stop exchange.
Yeah. And,
I mean, let
me tell you, Mikey did not have a fast pit stop. His pit stop was a second slower than it could have been.
Like one of yours?
Like one of mine. Yeah. My pit crew, I don't even pay my pit crew, obviously, because they be giving me all kind of shit. I'll come in first after pit stops. After a caution now, I'll come out, 3rd, 4th. Jeez. I should start paying them.
That might help, buddy.
That might.
I usually give them M&Ms. They usually work very well. They work for candy. But no, it looks like Mikey did. I mean, all that strategy that he's pulled out looks like he's got himself a decent sized lead over C's. But now C's has got fresher tires, correct?
No, Mikey Dan has fresher tires because he pitted 4 laps later.
So yeah, that's going to give him great speed, to be able to stay ahead of C's. What a change around!
Yeah,
that's strategy right there, Goose.
Seriously surprising, right there.
That's strategy. That's what happens when you pay a pit crew.
Well, it's not just strategy. He had to be doing some really good laps on those 4 laps that he stayed out.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I think maybe he might have been sandbagging a little bit on that qualifying, buddy.
No, they were going for it. They all had 28 eighths.
Yeah, they were all fast.
At least the first 3 spots had 28 eighths.
Yeah, they were all fast. But now it's going to come down to, and we've experienced this before. A driver, all it takes is to lose a little bit of focus and a driver error, and that lead goes from 4 seconds to 1 second. That's all it takes.
Yeah. I wonder how C's is feeling right now, because he was probably thinking, he's staying out. I'm going to get the lead and take off. Yeah. It didn't happen.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if he had a bunch of damage. He might have had a bunch of damage.
That could, you think about it too. Hitting that wall or scraping the wall. It doesn't take much to put some little bit of wrinkles in these cars, and then they change the whole.
He's into the wall again, right there.
Yep. And that will slow you down. The momentum you lose. Yeah. I'm a prime example of it. I could be running right behind you, and if I just scrub that wall just a little bit, it kills my momentum so much that I can lose 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tenths, almost down to a second loss of momentum, especially on this short track.
And the apron does the same thing. I tell you, you'll lose at least 1 or 2 tenths if you even touch that thing.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That's something I noticed too when we were practicing too. That if I would have touched that apron, my RP, not only did my RPMs drop, but my miles an hour dropped too.
So it looks to me like Mr. Excitement is in 3rd place, Ozzy is in 4th place, and Mikey Dan is in 5th place. And these 3 cars are right on each other. Mr. Excitement just hit the apron there a little bit.
Ooh, you gotta be careful of that, because these guys. I mean, you especially if you let Aussie, if you give him, you know, any type of opening, he's gonna take it because he knows he's got a fast car and he's just trying to get track position back now. Now that he's back up there with these guys.
Track position for that final stage, yes sir.
Yeah, it looks like he's gaining on Mr. Excitement now. Looks like he may even be able to get this spot away from him before this stage ends.
We got about 18 or 19 laps left in this stage 2.
Oh, these guys will probably be screaming by then. Please,
their tires are already screaming.
Yeah,
and they got to drive it that far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because right now you definitely can't pit. You pit, you're in a lot of trouble.
I wonder now on this, they were able to pit early and stay on the lead lap there, like Akazir pit at the last minute or just about.
Yeah.
We're actually going to have to check and see if there was 2 laps left, because if he pitted after 2 laps left, that's going to be a problem.
Right. Which we'll check out. We'll check that out.
We'll check that out.
As the time goes on. Yeah. It gives us something to do, buddy. Because these guys, the way these guys have been driving throughout the season, it's been great driving. We haven't handled too many, issues and this and that. And these guys have definitely it's been a great inaugural season for ERL, that's for sure.
Yeah. So just remember, we only have, I think, 6 cars in this race.
Yeah.
But remember, this inaugural season, it was invitation only. We only invited people who had a high maturity level and a high respect for other drivers, good racing etiquette. We're about to open up an open series here in a week or 2. I'm still getting all the logistics set for that. But there'll be an open invitational. It'll be kind of a development series to see who we can promote up to this league right here. And of course, anybody promoted up to here is going to have that same ethic, respect.
Sorry, buddy, I'm riding around Aussie. It looks like he got himself some real wiggly there. It looks like it's a lot of Super Dave that pulls up onto that
coming
spot.
Down. Yep, he's on the inside of him now, going to try to take that spot.
Yeah. He's definitely struggling with that car, the handling of that car. I mean, he has a great first half of the car, but the second half of that car, it goes away on him. It's a lot of Super Dave. He's taking over that spot now.
Yep. And I really suspect that he was on a slider that's not conducive to a long run at Richmond. And, a lot of people do that, too, and it's because they expect a caution.
Yep.
But in this league, the drivers are so good. It looks like Mikey Dan is coming around, and he is going to put a lapping on DA right there.
Yep. Yeah, he's fought his way. I mean, even at the end of the stage, all he's got to do is be the only car lap down, and the next stage he'll be right back up on the lead lap again.
Yep. So you just got to bide his time.
Exactly. I've been there before. He never gives up and he never stops. And the key is, especially this place here, is just if you only go 1 lap down, and you're able to be that first, you'll get that lap back.
And they've only got about maybe 20 laps. No, about 10 laps, I think.
Yeah,
so we got
Mikey Dan in first.
Mikey Dan in first, season second, Mr. Excitement in third, Super Dave in fourth, and Ozzier in fifth. So that's going to put DA in sixth.
Yep.
1 lap down. Actually, Ozzier is Ozzy, I'm sorry. God, Ozzy rules. I seriously apologize. It's some kind of brain wiring mechanism that's screwed up. Your Aussie rules, and I shorten it to Aussie R. I apologize.
Just go rules and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Try it that way. I mean, I don't.
So right now, Mikey Danman is looking pretty impressive in this race. You can't even. There's nobody behind him. The next car is C's, and he's 7.5 seconds back.
Yeah, those pit stops definitely spread these guys out.
So whatever tactical maneuver he did in the first stage is paying off now at the end of the second stage.
Looky! Super Dave got himself around Aussie too as well. He's starting to look. He's starting to look
Super
at that.
Dave up to third place.
Yeah, he's starting to look. He's starting to look at that number 9 car now.
5 laps remaining. Coming to 4.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have enough time there, but I mean, he worked his way up methodically. As I said, he's a very methodical driver, and he worked his way back up from the backside of the field. And now here we are, starting to get closing down onto this thing. Getting into this final stage, and here he is, looking in that 3rd spot. And he's got a win already this season.
Super Dave, yes, he does. He's locked into the playoffs.
Yep. Now, Mr. Excitement right now, Mr. Excitement, the 2nd place car, he doesn't have a win. And he's been hungry. He's been there. Just haven't been able to close the deal. Aussie, he had a real stout car at the beginning of this thing, but it looks like this thing's kind of maybe, he's into the wall a little bit there. It looks like, he may have gone a little bit too far in his adjustments, and the car's just not handling like it was at the beginning. But these things, you can see, watch these things as I'm riding around with Mr. Excitement now. You watch these things are pitching to the right real hard from that right
3
rear
laps
being
to go.
So warm.
I'm going to get it back up on the leader just to make sure I don't mess things up. But he's so far out there, I don't think there's going to be an issue.
And definitely, I'm looking around on some of these cars. He's got some, looks like he's got some little bit of that nose damage there coming up, touching that wall. There's a slight, but he's got a little wrinkle there. Right now looking at Mikey Dan's car, his car is clean. There is no wrinkle on that man's car. There is no dent on that man's car.
One lap to go.
There's not even a side rubber on that car from a
Mikey
tire.
Dan with a commanding lead. C's in 2nd.
Mr. Excitement in 3rd.
Super Dave up to 4th.
Aussie in 5th. That's gonna leave our man that never gives up and never surrenders, DA, in last.
Oh no! What happened to C's? Did he cross the finish line before that happened?
I think he did.
I don't know.
No, these guys are still going.
No, C's in 3rd. So Mikey Danman wins stage 2 commandingly. Wow. Mr. Excitement takes 2nd. C's takes 3rd. Super Dave takes 4th, and Aussie takes 5th place.
There you go. Wow, there must something. Definitely, we missed something there on that one.
Yeah. It looks like C's kind of lost it coming off at least the turn 4. And,
as you would say, there's
Mr.
a bump in that wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't wall ride here. You'll be in trouble. All right. So DA outside Tickler is the lucky dog, and he's going to get them back on the lead lap.
Nice. Very nice for him. Great job to keep that.
C's actually come out in 5th place.
Wow.
So yeah, he had some trouble coming off that last
that last little stint of that run there. Kind of, he's gonna have to look at that coming in. But here we go. We're gonna rack him and stack him one more time, boss. This is it right here. This final stage. This is for all the marbles. We have Mikey Dan. You have Mr. Excitement on the outside. Then you have Super Dave on the inside. They got C's, and you got Aussie, and then you got DA, he got himself back on the lead lap.
Yes, sir.
Here
so
we
these
go.
guys, there's 79 laps for this, and the winner of this race is barring. Oh, there goes Super Dave up into the wall. I wonder what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't quite follow that. These guys were all together.
It looked like he had a little bit of assist there.
Those guys were pushing pretty hard coming up off that corner. It looks like they were definitely pushing to the high side. But right now, here we go. We got Mikey Dan, you got Mr. Excitement, you got Ozzy in the third spot. Then you got C's, and then you got DA. He's looking on the inside of C's. Try to take that spot away. And Super Dave, he what he's gonna do is as well as Super Dave is, he's settle back down, get some start running some laps, and then he'll start probably catching back up to these guys. From what I've seen, from what he can do.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to pit on lap 40, and then do another 39 laps. And when you come out of the pits, you only got 38 laps. But due to the nature of short tracks, you usually get a little bit more laps in, and so that's why the max fuel run here is 432. So they shouldn't have a problem as long as they're able to do that at least 40 laps on a fuel run.
That depends on how much pressure you got on you too. Right now, Mike Daniels, like he's starting to separate himself from that second and third place spot. Looks like Mr. Excitement and Aussie, they're trying to battle that position out. Get that worked out.
Right now, barring a caution or barring a mistake by Mikey, he looks like he's going to run away with this at the beginning of the stage.
That's very much. And then you got DA. He got himself around C's for that fourth spot. He's just got to have to settle down. He's got a fast car, He's going to have to settle himself down. He said, get into that rhythm again, because if it gets upset, then you lose all focus. You know what I mean? You lose all break points. Ooh, these guys. It looks like these guys may be running these cars a little bit more tighter than what they were at the beginning of this run.
Well, I would, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Ozzy rules into the wall there. Why do I want to call him Ozzy?
I'm gonna get that fixed for you, but
well, I tell you what, Mike, I am on C's car, running, looking forward, and I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll be right back.
All right, but now, I mean, with that little hiccup there, it looks like now here we go. Here's some. You got Mikey and you got Mr. Excitement. You got DA worked himself back up into that third spot, and after that, you got the 47 Aziz, then you got Ozzy in the 16, then you got Super Dave from that little hiccup or that he had touched that wall. He's trying to catch back up. But this is a long stage, folks. So these guys are definitely going to have to be very gentle on their tires to get to that 40 lap mark. So they were able to actually finish out this race because the last lap Goose said it was like into the 39 lap range. But right now, DA, he's still running that. Looks like C's. He's looking on the outside of that 2 car of DA. He's still hunting around Aussie. He's still trying to recover from that little hiccup. Super Dave, he's starting to close down on that backside of that pack. Looks like first and 2, they've got some room. And we're going backside on right around was Super Dave now. Looks like that 4th, 5th, 6th place car, those guys are right tight to each other, trying to figure out who's going to do what. Yeah, he's still running he's running that 47, trying to keep him behind him because he knows that, longer he can go, these tires start to wear out. 47, he's peeking on the inside. He's going to make that move. He's going to move over. He's going to let him go. He's got the run. Oh, this is going to get tight coming off this corner. We're going to make this. He's going to make that pass. Not quite. Couldn't get there. Looks like now, finally, going into turn 1 and 2, he's going to get it past DA. Then you got the 2 car. He's going to slide down underneath behind the 47 with Aussie in the 16. He's going to fall behind the 2. You got Super Dave traveling behind him, probably about 1.5 seconds behind that. But the 1 and 2 cars, they're definitely checking out while these guys are battling out for these positions. Looks like DA, he's trying to make the run back up underneath that 47. Couldn't quite get there. Aussie, he's trying to find that open door. These 3 cars are battling out for these positions, folks.
Excellent job, Mike. I was on that action as you were calling it. And DA shoots down below, trying to get on the inside of the 47, but the 47's having none of it.
These guys have been battling out now for about 4 or 5 laps, buddy.
Yeah, and they're wearing out them tires while Mikey Dan pulling away from the field.
Looks like Super Dave, he's trying to play that vacation station in the backside of this field, let these guys burn these wheels out and, save some of his tires. Because, as you said, the magic number is, what, 40?
40 laps, yes, sir. Mikey Dan's not going to have a problem with it.
No. Ozzy, he's still struggling with that handling of that car. He just cannot get the handling for that because he comes, every once in a while, he scrubs that wall. But yeah, he's doing a great job just trying to be around these guys and just
Ozzy
racing
trying
these
to
guys
get on the inside of DA.
Not going to quite get there. Two of DA, he's going to have that run on the outside. He's going to stick down and arch it coming into that 1 and 2 turn. He's going to still hold him down there. Ozzy's going to follow him through. He's still trying to get that run off him, but he just can't get the handling of that car to be able to get that grip underneath him.
You know, that's another thing too. If you can drive a good line and keep a faster car behind you for a few laps. Oh, Ozzy's trying to get on the inside again of DA. Oh, excellent on the outside, but it looks like Ozzy is going to make that turn coming into turn 2.
Looks like DA's going to try that crossover, Goose. He's going to try to get back up on the side. Looks like he's going to make it. He's still in his quarter. He gets a great run off that corner. He's on his door. He's going to be able to hold it going into this. These guys are, this is 2 lines
right
here.
Looks like
he's going to be able to clear him. He's going to make that clear. Oh, tight, but he makes it.
This is some good racing here, I tell you what. But these guys are battling back.
Crossover. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get onto that door. He's going to get on that corner. This is going to be a drag race coming down this front
DA's into the wall.
Oh.
All right, he needs to gather it back up. Stay calm. Take a couple breaths.
That's it. Here he comes. Looks like Ozzy. He's struggling through that too. He's going to be able to try to close back up onto that.
But Mike, as these guys are battling back here like that, they're going slow. Because when you're battling, you're going slow. And Mikey, Dan Man, and Mr. Excitement are going to be pulling away from this field. Let's go check on them.
They're probably checked out right now at this point. Well, these guys, because that was a good 4 or 5 laps. These guys were running pretty hard. But yeah, Mikey Dan, from what I'm seeing, he's got a great lead on Mr. Excitement. Sees looks like he's starting to close down on Mr. Excitement a little bit. But I'm trying to flip through it. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to close down. That was a great battle there between all 3 of those cars. Back and forth they went, and finally Ozzy looks like he won the matchup out of all those.
Looked like the leader got into the wall a little bit there, and Mr. Excitement gained a little time on him.
C's definitely, if you're watching that 47, folks. Don't
talk about C's. That was a good C's. Don't talk about him. Don't put the camera on him. I'm switching.
I was on the same camera. Maybe that was even worse because we had double camera on him, but because he was way out of shape to go on that.
Poor guy.
Out
here racing his heart out, trying to keep under the radar, and we keep putting him, highlighting him, and every time we do that, poor guy.
Right now, Mikey Dad, he's probably on cruise mode right now.
Yeah, but I don't know if you noticed, but Mr. Excitement has gained a little bit on him.
Yep.
Because Mikey did get into the wall at one time.
Yeah, and as we talked about before, that momentum here,
but
just that little bit of wall rub can slow you down 2, 3, 4 tenths of a second, and next you know you got Super Dave looks like he's headed for the pits.
And I don't know what lap it is, but if I hope it's lap 40.
You know, say it got to be, because if not, he is not going to make it. And the way he drives, though, Goose, I mean, I don't know.
No,
but he's working his way down off the front stretch now, coming across. And there goes Mikey Dan, and Mr. Excitement sees Ozzy. That's the top 4. They've got themselves space between each other now. Now it's all about the faster car, folks, because once you get all this space between each other, it's all about how you drive your lines and how you make your car run, because of there's no, you don't have the assist of some of the
Mikey Dan hit that apron right there.
Oh, these cars have definitely got to go. These cars have got to be screaming, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Super Dave, he's still on pit road. Here he comes. He's getting ready. He's coming out now, and this is going to put him. From what I see, he's going to get out, but he's not going to get out in time for the.
He's going to be 2 laps down.
Mikey Dan. He's going to be 2 laps down.
Yeah.
That's a big hit right there, because the way with no cautions, that way this race has been run with being caution free. That's gonna But remember, they still got a pit.
But Super Dave should be able to catch him if he doesn't pit very soon.
That was definitely a pit strategy move. That was definitely a pit strategy move.
Well, it depends on what lap. I mean, if he can... He seems like he pit quite a bit earlier. Nobody else is pit, right?
No. Maybe he was trying that technique where, you know, one car pits, gets 4 fresh tires, and gets himself logged in. He's going to be a lot faster than these guys. You know, maybe that was something, and usually you pull in other people to pit with you. I mean, that could have been a strategy because of the little hiccup he had before and fell behind.
But everybody else is still out there.
Yeah, Mikey Dan,
But
he's just now.
Super
he's
Dave
just
has
running with it
caught
now.
up to Mikey Dan now. Is
Yep.
Mikey Dan going to let him go by because he knows he's got fresh tires?
At that point, being a leader, I probably would. He's still 1 lap down. He's 2 laps down now, but after he gets around Mikey Dan, he's going to be 1 lap down. At that point, without a caution, he's still going to be a lap down at the end of this. He will not be able to make up that. Even though they got a pit, I don't see him be able to make up that kind of time because his tires will be way older than these guys once they pull off.
Yeah.
You know, it's just going to be it's a hard battle. It's an uphill battle for him right now.
And right now, it doesn't look like he's getting around him. He should be able to get around Mikey Dan easily right now, and he's not.
Yeah, it doesn't look like his car is quite set up.
Got to push him. There he goes. Mikey Dan went up. Oh, hit the wall a little bit.
A little bit of contact there.
I don't know if there was contact.
No, it wasn't contact. No, I mean contact with the wall, not contact with Super Dave. Yeah, I just want to clear that up, folks. That was a clean pass. It looks like just like Mikey Dan kind of pushed up a little bit, got into the wall as Super Dave was going by.
I think he was trying to go up to let him go by, and he just miscalculated a little bit.
Yeah, he went over that edge that's there, kind of. Because he definitely does know.
Here's the thing, though. He pits so early.
I know.
And here it looks like either Mikey Dan Mikey Dan is still going. Wow.
Yep.
DA's out on the track. Ozzy's out on the track.
Nobody else has come in yet. Super Dave is the only one that has come down pit road at this point in time.
That was super early.
He's
probably going to have to make
gamble.
another. Yeah, we're at 157 of 200, so we've still got 43, at least 43 laps right now.
Yeah, that's a long run.
Yeah. You can't make.
You can't.
Super Dave's gonna have to pit again, or else he'll. Well, no, actually, he'll violate the rule, the max field rule.
Yeah, because he'll be 1 over, right?
Yeah.
2 over.
Yeah.
2 over.
Well, he's already done 3 or 4 laps, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, even
and he's not pulling. Here's the thing:
yeah.
he's not pulling away from Mikey. I mean, he's pulling away, but not as much as he should be.
Not like he should be. Yeah. With 4 fresh tires and just coming off pit road, he should be able to just get underneath him and drive away.
Yeah.
But it's just not happening. So
but now
it looks like maybe
Super Dave has a history. He's not real good at saving fuel.
Right.
He's admitted that, and he's also let know his displeasure with putting out more than like here you come out with 38 laps.
Yeah. All right, well, partner, here's a quick update. He's on pit road. He's coming in. So he's the second car to come down pit road now.
All right. We'll see where he comes out. We'll follow his pit stop.
All right now, but these other guys, they look like they're not slowing down too much. Super Dave's us. Oh, what? Oh, oops. Sorry, folks. Left the burner on.
How long? How long has that burner
I don't
been
know.
on?
It could have been on since I started this, guys. So I mean,
Look here, I
I
was editing the pre-race video tonight, and I was also cooking brunch. Yeah, brunch got a little overdone there. Actually, I had to restart it once, and then it happened again. And the second time, it was most of it was stuck to the bottom of the pan, but I just
that's all right.
the rest of it. All right.
Oh, Ozzy, he looks like he had some trouble getting on the pit road, but we definitely got Ozzy on pit road. We've got Mikey Dan's on pit road. We have Mr. Excitement. He's on pit road. They're all coming down. Looks like these could be the final stops of the night, folks. But here comes DA. He's on pit road. But definitely, Ozzy lost a lot of time. He spun out coming into pit road. He's just barely coming into his pits now. And he came in with the rest of these guys. So he had some major hiccups there.
So
and
Mikey Dan is coming off pit road now, and Super Dave is coming up right behind him, closing in on him. But again,
Now,
Super Dave's probably going to have to pit again. There's no
Yep.
doubt.
And he's still 1 lap down. From what I believe, he did he get around
Super
him?
Dave is in.
Did he get back on the lead lap?
Wait a minute now. DA's in first place. Mikey Dan's in second. Now Mikey's in first. DA's in second. They're going through the pit stops. C's in second. Mr. Excitement in third. DA in fourth. Super Dave in fifth. 1 lap down.
And without a caution, he will not get that lap back.
Yeah. It'll be
and
difficult.
He tried. And there goes Mikey Dan around DA. He's gonna go a lap down. It's not two. He may be 2 laps down, but it looks like he's probably just gonna be 1 lap down.
So DA just come out of the pit, so
yep.
he's looking a lot better than Super Dave right now. He's got
definitely.
fresh tires. He's a lap down. He's right behind the leader.
Yep.
But he's in fifth place. DA's in DA's in fourth place. Super Dave is in fifth place, lap down. There's only 3 cars on the lead lap. Mikey Dan Man in first place, C's in second place, and Mr. Excitement in third place. The leader, Mikey Dan Man, has about 4 seconds on second place car C's.
And you can see it now. I'm riding along right off the nose. And he's starting to. Now that he's got himself out, he's starting to pull away. Now DA, he's starting to pull away from Super Dave because he's got the fresher tires. Big difference between these guys when they pit were coming out fresh and then when Super Dave did. Looks like he was definitely struggling with that car a little bit. But right now,
we still got a lot of racing left. We got.
That's true. That's true.
We still got at least 35 laps left.
That's very true, Goose. I mean, anything can happen at 35 laps. The wall could jump out, dogs can run across the track. Who knows?
Pigeons, doves, turkeys, chickens.
You name it. Hey, listen, we've seen all kinds of weird things over the years end up on the track.
Let me tell you something right now, though. This Michelob Ultra is tasting really good. I may have had 1 too many. Oh, Mr. Excitement into the wall coming out of turn 4. And he's in third place trying to chase down C's in second place.
But right now, at this point, Mikey Dan looks like he's going to do a back-to-back at this rate. I mean, he's driving a great race.
If there's no caution,
he's definitely running a great race. We kind of was wondering what was going on in the first part of this, but now we see the theory of his madness, I guess.
Yeah. I tell you what, if DA can keep it together, he's going to get a good finish here. He's going to get a 4th place finish here tonight if he can keep it together.
I believe that's going to be the best of his best of the season. That's going to be his top finish of the season so far.
I don't know. You sure?
I think so, buddy. I could be wrong, folks. Don't get me right. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure that if he finishes this race in that position, that's going to be his best of the season so far. Or if not, what matches the best of his finish.
Well, let me tell you what. This young man puts a lot of work into these races, a lot of practice, and he listens to advice and stuff. And good on him.
Yeah, he's been great. I mean. He's watched the videos. He's learned. He's practiced whenever he can with all of us, this and that, and he's right there. I mean, it just takes time. Other than that, it just takes time behind the wheel. I mean, it took me a year. So and even then, I'm mediocre. But right now, Mikey Dan looks like he's in cruise mode.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't try to be pushing nothing. I'd just be running lines and just logging laps.
Yeah. So that car right behind Mikey Dan, I believe, is DA.
It's DA. That is DA.
Yeah. 1 lap down.
Yep. Super Dave, he is back in the pits. This is where everything goes south right here for him.
Yeah.
Because there goes Mr. Excitement. There goes C's. There goes Ozzy.
And he was already a lap down. Super Dave.
So now he's going to at least be 3 laps down by the time he pulls out of this. And there goes, looks like that might be Mikey Dan. There goes Mikey Dan again.
Yeah, so here comes Super Dave.
So it looks like, yeah, definitely. But Super Dave, he won't give up either. He does have a win this year, so he knows he's locked in. DA, he's going to hold up on that outside. He's going to make that run. You know, the best thing for DA, because he's in that position where he is he,
let
Dave
go.
Let him go.
Yeah,
let him go.
Let him go.
Run your race. You're gonna have a great finish. Just let him go.
Yep.
Don't even bother with him because you've got great enough space between you and him and Mr. Excitement and the second place car. Now,
so we got Ozir a lap down, has moved up into 5th place. DA's still a lap down in 4th place. So,
Ozzy, I'm sorry about my partner. I will definitely get him worked out on that one. That's for sure.
Did I do it again?
Yes, you did, boss.
I think it's cool. I'm sorry. It's obviously a cool name if I keep saying it. And there go DA went ahead and let Super Dave go by. He'll try to.
Yeah, they're just falling behind
stay
him.
Up with him.
Looks like now I'm falling back with Ozzy, and C's is starting his work. He's trying to close down on the 16 car. I can actually start seeing him.
Oh, DA into the wall there.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the stuff you got to watch out for. That's
Let me see if I can
figure
out.
Going, though.
Let me see if I can figure out how many laps they got to go. If Mikey Dan will be so gracious as to show me at his feet how many laps they got.
But right now, these guys are all spread out. They've got definitely some room between each other. Mikey Dan's definitely taking a commanding lead over this field.
So
GA, he's 1 lap down, but he's holding strong right behind the leader.
Yeah.
They got Mr. Excitement. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, Ozzy is the car behind Mr. Excitement, but he's a lap down. Mr. Excitement, I believe, is in 2nd place.
That's correct.
So I'm just trying to see where Ozzy is in relation to DA. I think DA is. Let me see. DA is coming across.
I've seen DA now.
DA is coming across
now.
The start-finish line now. Let's see.
Now.
Where's Ozzy?
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, there's some good length behind it because he's just barely crossing the start-finish line now, and DA's already going into. And he's in the middle of 1 or 2.
So he's got a good lead on him.
Yeah.
Can he maintain? That's all.
I think he can if he just keeps doing what he's doing. C's was closing down on that 16 car, but it looks like that's that's definitely stabled out. These guys are pretty much all once they got spread apart.
Yeah. Well, C's in 3rd place on the lead lap,
yep.
So
right.
He's really not worried about Ozzy right now.
No, he's gonna have a great finish. I mean, he knows what he's got to do. But definitely a turnaround of events from the beginning of this race to what it is now, when Mikey Dan pitted early, worked out some strategy, got himself back around. Ozzy being the strong car at the beginning kind of faded off to the recap. Steve's, he was running up in the top 3 spots. He's falling back a little bit. But we definitely got to get these laps winding down, boss. You got to be getting close.
Well, like I said, as a matter of fact, let me figure out.
It should be about 15,
hold on,
20
let me
to
go figure out what lap they're on.
All right. Well, we'll wait for the boss man to go find out what the deal is with the laps here and the lap count. So I'm just putting around here, watching these guys run around. Looks like C's now. He's really starting to close down on that 16 car. Looks like that 16 car might be losing his handling away. Hopefully there's not too many laps left to go, because if not, he's definitely going to have his hands full with that 47 here coming to the end of this. But as I said, Mikey Dan, he's still your commanding lead right now over the 2nd place car, Mr. Excitement. You got DA in between those, which is a lap down, but he's still holding himself strong in that position.
They got about 10 laps left to go in this race.
Yeah. Well,
10 laps, they're coming, 11 laps.
11 laps.
Mikey Dan just went, the last time he went across the finish line, it was 11 laps.
So definitely these laps are definitely ticking down, folks. I mean, these guys, Mikey Dan, as I said, he's definitely got a huge lead on the 2nd place car. You got DA Tickler, which is a lap down, right behind him, still holding on. Then you got, I believe, you got Mr. Excitement. He's trying to close down onto that. I mean, is he going to race him or not, or he may just ride out the second spot for the rest of these 10 laps and not push his car and cause himself to have an error? But if you look behind that, you've got the 16 car of Aussie. He's starting to close down on Mr. Excitement. Then you got C's. He's starting to close down on Aussie. So, I mean, before you know it, 10 laps to go, a lot of things can change, and these guys could actually be back on top of each other before you can blink. But you see, these guys are running all different lines.
They got about 8 laps to go right now.
So it said, looks like Mikey Dan, he's going to be able to do the back-to-back tonight unless something really bad happens or something really goes wrong south on him. He's going to be able to walk away with this win. Mr. Excitement, he's going to end up with a second place spot. DA, he's sitting in the second position, but a lap down, going through the field. Now he's going to have one of his best finishes of the season tonight. He worked hard for that one. Then you've got Aussie, which is sitting in the third spot. Then you got C's sitting in. Sorry.
No,
the other way around. Fix that because I screwed it up because of DA.
Right now, you got Ozzy. Ozzy
go.
is catching DA for that coveted 4th spot. Mr. Excitement is between DA and Ozzy. Mr. Excitement is second.
There we go. Yeah, that middle car kind of threw me off a little bit on that.
Yeah.
But it looks like now these guys are starting to close down now. But even still, DA you can let these guys go.
5 laps to go in this race, Mike.
There we go. It's coming down now. Looks like Mr. Excitement. Looks like DA. I'm not sure. I mean, he's
DA wants to keep Mr. Excitement between him and Ozzy. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mr. Excitement kind of come down on Ozzy a little bit, but he powered through. No harm, no foul.
Ozzy's gonna go underneath him. He's gonna get around Mr.
Or not
Excitement.
DA. Mr. Did I missay that? I don't know.
No, you did it right, buddy. You got it. So right now we have DA, which is a lap down. Then you got Ozzy sitting right behind him. You got Mr. Excitement. You got C's closing on that back door of Mr. Excitement. Those three are.
C's is coming up on Mr. Excitement.
That's right. The position right now is that, because this is a little scrambled, is that the 16 is fight position with DA, and the 9 and the 47 are fighting position for the second and third spot. There we go.
2 to go.
I think we got. Here we go. Mikey Dan, he's on cruise mode.
He's way out in front. You can't even see anybody behind him.
Yeah, he's already gone. But yeah, it looks like he is going to. If he keeps running like this, he's going to be able to hold off. But Ozzy, nope, couldn't quite get it done.
This is the race.
He's going to be able to stay there.
2 to go. Can Ozzy get around DA for 4th place?
I don't think it's going to be tough. Oh, he comes. He's looking for that. Oh, he got a little loose there. Ozzy's running his line. He's holding it strong. He's still going to be able to hold Ozzy back. But you got Mr. Excitement and you got
coming across the line. They're going to have 1 lap to go.
Here we go. This is going to be it.
Ozzy gets into the wall.
He's trying to get everything he can out of that
right
car.
Behind DA and Ozzy, you've got Mr. Excitement and C's. I believe they're racing for a position.
That's
all
right.
4 of these cars are racing for a position.
Yep. It's like DA, he's driving his heart out trying to hold on to that. Ozzy's in the wall. He looks like he got loose.
Both second and third spot got wrecked. And the race is over.
That looks like that was just some hard racing.
I have no idea. So you got Mikey Diamond with the win. Mr. Excitement takes second. C's takes third. Man, that they were fighting for. That was interesting right there.
And that was right, because you're right, Goose. That was very interesting. The fact is that you had Ozzy and DA fighting for position.
Can you invite them?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and invite them, and I'll give a rundown. First place, you're going to have Mikey Danman. Second place, Mr. Excitement. Third place, C's. Fourth place, DA. Fifth place, Ozzy. Sixth place, Super Dave. And as he invites them into the booth here, we will go through. The fastest lap is Ozzy with a 20.9. Second is C's with a 20.9. Third is Mikey Dan with 21.034. All right, that was that was a pretty exciting race there, especially the way that it turned out with those 4 cars, second through fifth, fighting
And
for
one of those
position.
cars was they were lapped down too. A couple of those cars were lapped down.
Yeah,
What? Yeah, you
and
know.
so the front 2 cars, fourth and fifth, were in front of third and fourth, a lap
Yep.
down, fighting for position, and then second and third were fighting for a position also. So
No, and you
that was pretty
can't
exciting.
hold them. Yeah, you can't hold those 2 cars, even though they were lapped down. Even though
No,
you had
no,
second and
no.
third, you
You
can't
got to
hold that anything
race.
gets them because,
Yeah.
oh yeah, because they were right there in in one position, to that you just can't do it. And what do we have? Who else we needed?
We need Mikey Dan, man, Mr.
He's in here.
Excitement,
Cease is next.
and
C's.
C's. Yeah.
All right, C's. I didn't see him online, so that's probably why I missed him.
Yeah, he's not online, but
Yeah,
you got
okay,
to
I
invite
got
him
him.
in here.
Yep.
So C's is in the 47. Let me know when he comes on in here.
He's in
He's
here.
here.
That was okay, outstanding. C's, how you doing tonight, bud?
Hey, man,
It was a
I'm doing good
tough
tonight.
race. It was a tough race. You
Yes,
caught some
so
tough breaks. You had some good breaks. You had some tough breaks. Um, really, on the broadcast, we seen some really good racing all around. Tell us about your race tonight, bud.
um, I would say my race was pretty decent. Wouldn't say it was bad, you know.
Well, it seems
We,
like we talk with you every week.
yeah,
Go
man.
ahead.
Just
Didn't mean to cut you off.
it's just the consistency there. That's all we need here. Come playoffs though, we gotta turn it up a notch. You know, we gotta go out there and win some races.
Yeah, we were really at the beginning. We were really talking about you. Every time we put the camera on your car, though, you hit the wall or hit something. So we stopped. We were like, "Get off him! Get off him!"
And then when we double cameraed you, then it became worse.
Yeah. Every time we put the camera on you, something went wrong, and we're like, "Get the camera off him!" But a great race tonight. Again, real consistent. We really appreciate you being here. Tell us about the last couple of laps, because what we saw was DA in fourth place trying to hold off Ozzy in fifth place. And then, I mean, they were right behind each other, and then you were behind Ozzy trying to hold off C's, and that was for second and third place. So everybody was trying to, get a spot. Tell us what happened there.
We just ran the car as much as we could there. Uh, Pushing it to the limits right there at the end.
So
Just trying to
did
get a
you
position.
did you and Mr. Excitement get into each other, or
No,
what happened?
no. It was I just pushed it there at the end. Started drifting the corner off of 4. I just lost it on the
Okay.
last lap.
All right. Well,
And
congratulations again on a podium again. And you're in a precarious position of not being able to miss any more races. You're gonna everybody is gonna make the playoffs if you've um, made the required amount, which is 2/3. So, how do you feel about that, and any other comments you have about the race?
uh, the race was pretty good. I would say I'm gonna need to put in a little bit more work because that 32 he has a hot rod every week, so we're gonna have to go in there and tune a couple cars, see what's up.
Yeah. Yep. Practice is key here, and
Yeah.
Mikey Dan, man, is no joke. We all know that. So I appreciate you, C's. It was a great race. It was actually an exciting race. It may have been the most exciting race we had for 2 reasons. One, the racing was really good. Up in the booth here, we saw a lot of respect. We saw a lot of good driving. No cautions at Richmond for, what was it, 200 laps?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I understand there was only 6 cars on the track, but still. You guys racing like that for positions and stuff, excellent job. We have these 6 drivers, plus Game Nerd, he couldn't make it tonight, are some of the best, most respectful, most mature drivers on NASCAR Heat 5, and we really appreciate you guys for that. All 3 of you. Got anything else?
No, I mean, no, Steve, great job. I mean, you're here. You know what you got to do. You're getting it done. You know, playoffs are another whole standing. You know, the level of driving kind of changes a little bit, gets more intense. You know, just keep doing what you're doing, buddy, and you know, you're right there. It's just, it's going to take time and get some, you know, it's going to take a lot of work to be able to outrun some of these guys like Mikey D and stuff like that, but it can be done.
All right, second place tonight, Mr. Excitement, Mr. Bridesmaid.
I know. It's like
What
Casey Kane
is
already.
up? What is up with Mr. Bridesmaid? Again, how was your race tonight? Taking into consideration all the specific questions that I asked, C's. If you can even remember.
The race was good. I mean, I messed around with some different setups and tested a setup that I did in practice on that 3. And I was like, let me test on this 2. As soon as I did that, that sucker just took off like a rocket ship. Yeah, me 16 made a little contact, me the 32 made a little contact. Made the car go faster, like Dale Jr. said, just hit the wall 1 or 2 times, go faster.
Well, you did hit the wall 1 or 2 times at least.
More than 1 or 2, but we won't count.
Tell us about the last couple of laps of the race with that scenario that I gave C's with fourth and fifth place right in front of second and third place fighting for position, knowing knowing that you know fourth and fifth place are a lap down, and second and third is on the lead lap fighting for second. It was really exciting, and it was really fun to call that the best we could. Tell us about that.
That was tough because they were dumping all that air on my nose, so my car started getting looser. I saw the 47 slowly just filling himself in. Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm in bad shape. I got a car behind me, 2 cars racing in front of me. So this is gonna be awkward. Don't want to move them if I don't have to.
It had to be tough too, Mr. Excitement, knowing that those 2 cars were laps down, and knowing that they're racing for a position. I mean, you kind of have to take the 2 different versions of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know they're gonna race for it. You know, even though they're lapped down. I mean, even if the leaders are behind me, I'm gonna race it because I know it's position. You know what I mean?
It looked to me
had
like
to be really tough.
It looked to me like all 4 drivers did an excellent job, trying to be respectful and of everyone around and of the situation around. So I really appreciate you guys, Mr. Excitement. You got anything else?
I knew when you was talking about that when they were in front of me. That last couple of laps, I had to throw that last block, which I about wrecked myself doing it, but if I didn't throw that block, that 47 had to run, and he was going for it. Well, he wanted second place bad, I wanted second place bad.
It's only one.
Did that last block? Got it.
All right, bud, we appreciate you. Go ahead, Mike.
Points are tight right now, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. Points are tight right now. You know, even though that you know that you're definitely in the playoffs. Mikey Dan's in the playoffs. Sees he knows he's right on that borderline of making those playoffs. You know, come to find out, DA, you know, with his great finish tonight, he's locked into the playoffs. You know, there's so many aspects to what this race. You know, you think about it. There's only one race left, and that's Texas.
Yeah.
That's next week.
I still want to win.
Right, you know what I mean? And then now the intensity level is even increased, even though tonight we only had 6 drivers, we have a couple more here and there that couldn't make it tonight, but still, I mean, the intensity is definitely, you can feel it picking up, heading into those playoffs.
All right, Mr. Excitement, we appreciate you, and darn good racing tonight. Mr. Mikey Dan Man.
Back-to-back, buddy.
Junior the second. Back-to-back wins.
Back-to-back.
Dominated. Early on, he made some decisions that were like, what is he doing? But in the end, Mikey Danman dominated this race. There was a couple times where I thought he made some decisions that were a little bit, what is he doing? But he knew what he was doing.
What the heck are you talking about?
He had that penalty.
I wonder, buddy. We were
pits right
confused.
away in stage one or something.
That's his penalty, because you remember
And
he has a
then-
penalty.
And then, oh.
Yeah.
Well, you
From
are an
last
excellent
week.
young man.
And that's
You
honesty
are an
right
excellent.
there,
I
folks.
even forgot about that. I am so
I didn't
glad
even
that
know
you
about it.
remembered. I knew about it, and he knew about it, and he did it with so. But that's what I'm talking about. That's why you guys are in this league. Mature,
That's the
respectful, honest people, and etiquette, and that is what is going to make this league thrive, especially once we start that other series, the open series, and promote some of them guys up. The competition is going to go way up. Mikey,
Well,
tell us about your race tonight. I know it's
Well, the number,
it was boring, but go ahead.
Number 32 Dryden Ford Mustang. It was a good one tonight. It was the same car we had at Homestead 2 races ago. We didn't do anything to it.
You might want to check that thing. You might want to check under the hood.
Yeah, it was hanging on. I was at first really worried about Aussie. Not that anyone else was slow, but he's popped off some 7s in that I've seen in practice and in qualifying, and I've never even touched a 7. So I thought, oh, he's going to be tough, but he had some bad luck, unfortunately. But it was a great race, a very clean race. I love Richmond.
Well, you probably love it even more now.
yeah.
Well, we got lucky. We didn't have any mishaps really or anything, and it was good racing.
So, did you have any idea what was going on from second place on back to field?
Yeah, I don't know how many laps from the end that was. It was pretty close. But listening to them talking, I thought for sure there was going to be a caution in the last 10 laps there. And I thought, oh my God.
They were getting at it. I tell you, they were getting at
It'd
it.
be the greatest thing for the race, but not so much for me.
No. But let me tell you what, the professionalism of those 4 drivers really pulled it through.
To keep from a caution happening in the last however many 10 laps, as close as they were racing, and you got 2 guys racing for second and third, and 2 guys racing probably for fourth and fifth.
And the guys at fourth and fifth, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. It's really amazing. They did a hell of a job not bringing out a caution, but it would have been so exciting.
Well, congratulations going into Texas. You're sitting in a really good position. Gamer couldn't make it tonight, so
Definitely took a hit in points.
Took a hit in points, took a hit in any kind of playoff points, which is extremely important right now. How do you feel going into Texas?
Well, the guys that are back at the shop, they're working on the Texas car. They may be going home now, but they've been working on the Texas car all day, and they should have it done by about Tuesday or Wednesday so we can get out there. And or actually Monday or Tuesday, so we can get out there and hopefully it'll be a good one. We're not going to use this car again for till the playoffs. So.
All right, looking
Real
forward.
quick,
What's
go
that?
ahead, buddy.
Go ahead, Mike. You got any questions?
Oh no, I've been on the hook with DA, and this is a response I got back from him. He says, "I'm beyond ecstatic on tonight's performance. My car didn't fall off too bad."
No, DA did a great job tonight.
DA is definitely improving by leaps and
So
bounds.
got to give him a shout out for that because he worked hard tonight. He in his mind he wasn't thinking he was going to make playoffs.
Oh yeah, he's going to make playoffs.
And then I texted him. I told him, I said, "Dude, do you know that you are going to make the playoffs?" And then right back from there, just texting back and forth, he became so ecstatic because of the fact that he actually made the playoffs. He thought he wasn't going to do it.
Well, he hasn't missed a race in the
Right.
No,
configuration
there's like
that we
8
have.
of us.
He's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, I think he might be thinking points wise or whatever. I'm not sure, but I gotta give him a shout out. He's never given up. Tonight he did a great job that battle with those 4 cars, even being a lap down, dealing with Aussie being a lap down, and then having the 2 lead cars. But that he did not give up. He did not give away. He raced his race, and he knew that those points and those positions were very important, and that's what he did. And just excitement to have him be have one of our drivers that excited about it.
So we are coming up on an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up.
Let's do it.
Congratulations to our top 3. Mikey Danman taking first. Mr. Excitement taking second. C's taking third. What isn't that what happened last week? I think
it was close.
It was
Yep,
close
that
to
is
last week.
Yep.
Ozzy got it last week.
Oh,
And
that's
I got
right.
Reno,
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I got
right.
Reno by the 11 car.
Well, you were in the way, sir. You were in the way. Don't get in the
Ain't
way.
that something?
The horn didn't work. I'm sorry. You didn't make the right turn signal.
All right. I highly recommend that you guys watch this broadcast. It was very exciting up in the booth. You guys did a wonderful job. You guys have excited me. You may have encouraged me to get off my butt and start that second series, so that next season, which is going to come up pretty soon, we can get inject some more great drivers into this league.
He got so excited he actually peed a little.
I might have got a little erection though. So this is not for kids. This is not for kids. It never is for kids. Okay.
Mommy!
Yeah, I might got a little erection. But anyway, highly recommend that. Copy the link, post it out there. Start gathering up your friends to get involved in the Open League. For ERL Enterprise Racing League, this is US Trek signing off. Mike, you got anything to say?
No, thank you very much for whoever joined in with us tonight. We appreciate your support. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube page so you can catch up on all the pre-race, that it's done and everything else about the stages and everything else, and just enjoy watching these guys go at it. Other than that, I have a great night. I enjoyed it very much, buddy.
Mikey, pull your car around to the garage. We're going to inspect it.
Of course. Well, enjoy,
care.
Mikey.
Take care, guys. Let me see if I can finish the broadcast. Oh, yeah, it came up. Oh, my gosh.